guys, we are going to try this again. So let's see. This is the Taryn Lamb Show, season number 8, episode 13. I am back. We were having some like little technical difficulties, which, you know, doesn't surprise anyone, I'm sure. So we are back. This show is the Taryn Lamb Show. And let's see if I can get my guests in here again. Let's see. If you're in the comments, tell me if you can hear me and see me okay. Can you hear me, first of all, and see me okay? Tell me in the comments. This is the Taryn Lamb Show, season number 8, episode 13. I am trying to figure out, we had some technical difficulties, so we're trying to figure out what's going on. Thank you for joining us. Let's see if you can. Lamb Show, season number 8, episode 13. We've been doing this since COVID, almost 4 years. This show is about positivity and love and sharing stories, and that's what we're about to do. If we can get Miss Tawana on.
All right, I see you. I can see you now, and I can hear you now.
Oh yeah! All right, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, woo, woo. We are not letting this stop us. Look, the internet is not going to get us. We are not going to get us. So thank you so much for joining me. This is the Taryn Lamb Show, season number 8. I know, hearts for that. Who's ever given those hearts already? Season number 8, episode number 13. We are here. Well, I used to say every Tuesday, but right now my schedule's kind of wild. So we're doing a pop-up show, and I wanted to have Tawana on and share her story, her powerful story. And I just thank her so much for giving her time and her talent to us this evening. Tawana, I'm so grateful that we were connected. And I look forward, I always tell people, I look forward to hearing your journey because I like to hear those surprises. I love to hear all about connecting people and their journeys, and everyone's got one. So I truly appreciate it. And if you're listening today, make sure you are following Tawana and I both on our pages. Make sure you're going to go to YouTube and subscribe to I Am Taryn Lamb. This story is going to be on YouTube, housed on this IG channel, on Tawana's IG channel, on YouTube, and on Apple Podcasts. So we are now on Apple Podcasts, so this will officially be on Apple Podcasts as well. So, Tawana, I want to get started. Tell us a little bit about you and your journey and what you want people to know.
All right. So thank you for having me, Taryn. And first of all, I want to thank God for my life, health, and strength that I'm even on here talking to you. I want to give a shout out to London Howard, who told me about your show. I want to give a shout out to my business partner, Ayanna Tolliver. And I am the co-owner and CEO of YW10X Coaching. I'm branded as Lady ET. So I just thank everybody that's tuning in right now. And basically what I do is I share with women. I help them show that I just help them be better. And I do that by sharing my mess. That's my message. You guys bear with me. This is my first show live, so I'm nervous, but I'm going anyway. I'm getting my reps in.
Yes.
Thank you, London. And basically, I share my mess as my message to empower and inspire some women that had a lot of self-doubt, had limiting beliefs, have fears, don't know which direction to go in or where to start. Those are the women that I serve.
So one thing you said that I'm going to not let go. Right. We're here for you. It's all good. This all positivity. No. Yeah. What's your mess?
My mess. Oh God, I got a lot of that, or I had a lot of that. And thank God that I've made some total life changes. Some of my mess: drugs, alcohol, and sex. I used to, in the past, have lots of sex to where I did it like it was a handshake. Drugs, PCP, Sherm, cocaine, weed, cigarettes, all of those were my vices. Not anymore, thank God. Some more of my mess. I was arrested several times and landed in prison when my daughter was 6 months old, and I got out when she was 2 months. when she was 2 years old. I'm sorry. So there was a lot of guilt and shame around that. Also, I have a whole hair story because this here is totally not planned. I believe that a woman's hair is her glory, and just from a lot of in high school, I was voted most likely to have a shampoo named after me because I was just really into my hair and got into a lot of bleaching and over processing and, oh my God, just doing everything to it. Then I went to wigs. I went to weaves. I went to it all. I just took myself on down through there. And so this is the result of that. And I thank God that I got a pea head and it looks right. So lucky me. I get a lot of compliments on it, but again, it was not planned. If it was my idea, I would have hair because it get cold in the wintertime.
Right.
Right. I'm sure you know.
I do. And I want you to know too that we all have mess, right? Like yes. You know, and that's the thing. As was said, we're all here. This is what it's about. We're all here for you. This is about positivity. This is about love. This is sharing. I think then one of the things I told you when we talked earlier, you know, one of the things this show is about that people listen to and they like about it is that people can relate. There's nobody on here that doesn't have mess. And if they are, they're lying. I don't care what they say. So, you know, and we just applaud you for sharing, right? Like that's what it's about, because someone is going, we get some praise hands going on there. Someone is going to connect and someone is connecting, you know? And I think that that's what helps people is what people like yourself are doing is having that, right, London, right. Is having the courage to share, right? That's what's helping people, because how else are people going to get through their own mess if they don't think that no one's paved the way, right?
So,
like,
so true, and just got to put it out there, and whoever it's with, my vibe will attract my tribe.
Yeah. Now, what do you think has gotten you like to the point where you're okay with sharing, number one, and then, you know, moving forward? Hey V, what's up? Thank you for joining the show. You know, what's gotten you forward? What's gotten you to the point where you're okay with sharing and okay with, you know, kind of sitting in it and then moving forward?
Just I would say reprogramming my mind. Just that that if I put myself out there, that I'm not the only one. Realizing that I needed an emissions check. I know I look good on the outside, but I need to do that inner work and also share that I'm doing that inner work, because I know it will resonate with somebody out there. So, but that's what made me do that. That's what makes me share.
What's your favorite type of, or do you have something that you do specifically when you say inner work? What's your favorite thing to do to kind of, you know, work on you?
Work on me, I would say it's a lot of things. I do what's called savers. Shout out to Hal Elrod for the Miracle Morning. So I do silence, which is a prayer meditation, affirming, just a bunch of I ams and believing it, affirming it. I also do visualization. I exercise, of course, and I've been doing that for about 20 years, but I really do it now. I read, something that I wasn't doing at all, and I journal, something that I wasn't doing at all. So all those things help me, as well as just tuning in to a lot of YouTube mentors, and as well as having my own coaches this year. So those are some that keep me grounded.
You mentor and you are mentored, as they say.
Yes. I have a coach, because I believe all coaches need coaches.
Right. Yeah. I think we all need somebody to kind of, one, coach us, two, maybe whip us in the right direction, right? Because we're always sometimes kind of, you know, trying, like you said, I love that you used, that you have mess, because I think that's something that, you know, one, it's just like, it's kind of putting it out there and like being okay with it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we tend to think, oh, we don't have anything, right? We don't have anything going on. But then I think it's also like the people who don't think they have something going on are probably the ones with the most going on, you know? And I think the part to that is is admitting that we struggle. Today actually happens to be World Mental Health Day. And I think one of the parts to that is, you know, just being okay with admitting that we have mess. And I do agree with you that helping others helps us get through our mess, right? Like, and I think learning to share and learning to say, like, you know, this wasn't my plan. Like, this wasn't the plan that I had for myself. But the good news is now I'm kind of working on the other side of that and showing people that you can work on the other side of the thing that wasn't your plan.
Exactly. And embracing that. One of the things that was a turning point for me was in January. I was just really fed up with how I was in the inside. So I decided to do a discipline program called 75 Hard, which most people think is a fitness program, but it's not. It works a lot around your mindset, and just to leveled me up and just changed me as a person. And as a result of it, I ended up losing over 40 pounds. But the mindset that I gained from that, though, was priceless, which has me on your show, which has me reaching out to your show, which got me into even more coaching, because I just know that I wanted to level up.
Right? Pauline is giving you some fire. I'm here for it. Hello. So if you're listening to the show, this is the Taryn Lamb Show. This is Tawana. She is sharing with us, goodness, her journey. And if you are just tuning in, I encourage you to go back and listen to the first half of the show. It's going to be on Apple Podcasts. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be both on both of our IG channels. Right, V? I'm here for it too. You're getting some claps there. I'm here for it too, because I think I know, right? Very proud of you, lady. So it is, I think that's the thing, right? It's just like, what it's going to have. Yes, I'm here for it. It's going to have you leveling up, right? It had you going through what you went through. The turning point for you has you saying to yourself, man, I gotta pick myself up. I got to turn this ship around and, you know, do something different. And I think that's the encouraging part too, is being able to notice and have that turning point, right? And say, yeah, I'm turning the ship around, and it may be like an iceberg or whatever that is, not like an iceberg, but like a slow steer, you know, a slow steer around. Question, are you motivating women to take this journey with you? Good question, London.
I most definitely am motivating women to take this journey with me. And thank you for asking, London. Yes, I am motivating women to take this journey with me, because I know I'm not the only person that needs this. And I know that it's several women out there that have done it long enough, and are sick of it and want to share their story too. So that's one of the reasons why I'm putting myself out there on the front line, on rapid fire, getting my reps in, so that way it resonates with somebody else that wants to, that I can mentor, that I can coach, that I can steer in the direction of having that paradigm shift like I had.
So she's asking how, and I know you mentioned already mentoring and coaching. Any other way you're taking the women along with you?
Let's see. Other ways that I'm taking women along with me is just make sure that I'm sharing more, that I'm inviting them on this journey with me. Anybody that I guess is out there that is looking for some coaching, looking to be a better version of themselves in mind and body, taking them on the journey with me. You guys can reach out to me at yw10xcoach.com.
So London's asking to tell us about the programs you've started. Any programs you've started?
I have I'm doing a case study where I'm inviting 6 people, because that's all me and my partner can take on right now. But we're looking for somebody that wants to shed pounds and inches before the new year. So that way you don't even have to worry about making New Year's resolutions. You can start being a better version of yourself right now. So that's one thing that we're working on. We're working with women that may have some limitations or not, but providing modified workouts. And we're also doing some mindset work around that too, because everything is like holistically, it's all connected. So you can't really do one without the other.
Right. So guys, I think so. If you're on the IG right now, I believe I put that one program you're offering. I just put it on my IG. I put it on there right before the show. And then if you're also on IG, make sure you're seeing Tawana's handle. Make sure you're following her because you'll get more information on the program she's starting. And Tawana, real quick, would you just say for us, in case people will be listening on Apple Podcast, your IG handle in which you want them to connect with you?
Yes, my IG handle is on Facebook and on Instagram. I am Lady ET. You also can reach me on my website at yw10xcoach.com.
So let me ask you, because I'm imagining all this and you're taking women with you and you're turning the ship around, comes with obstacles.
Yes.
I know we all want, but in real life, it's not. Tell us a little bit about some of the obstacles that have happened when you're trying to turn this ship around.
Well, I guess this, some of the obstacles that have happened with me trying to turn the ship around is that technology won't let us be great all the time.
Right. There's that.
There's that. And sometimes I have days just like everybody else, that self-doubt, that fear, that procrastination, those limiting beliefs, they try to creep back in, but I starve my faith. I starve my fears and I feed my faith. So just really going back to grounding myself and believing in myself, because through this journey, that's what I've learned it's all about, is making decisions and believing in yourself. God already gave us everything that we already need. So it's basically using all your buttons and seeing how it is that you work.
Right. Using all the tools you're given, right? Pushing those buttons until one of them flips around.
Exactly. We like brand new cars and we don't know how to use all the buttons yet. So press everything in there.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good analogy. I think that's a good analogy. Because God gave us everything we need to have. It's just that we don't even know what all the powerful things that we have, you know?
Yeah. So I'm on a mission to find mine. I'm pressing all the buttons and shit. Oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do this. Because who tells you that you can't? This, and you can.
Okay, so that's going to be, I always think of a tagline for the show, and I think that's going to be it. Who tells you that you can't?
Ah, there you go. I like that.
I love that. Yeah. I love it, because who tells you that you can't?
Only you.
Only you.
Yeah. Why you can't? Because who's going to tell me no? And why would I listen to him?
Who tells you that you can't? It's only you in your own little head and world, you know? And so I think that's a good point, because the biggest room in the house is room for improvement.
Yes. That's one of my sayings, London. Thank you.
I like that one, London, but I'm gonna revert back to who tells you that you can't. That's gonna be it for me. That's the tagline. When one hits me, I'm like, who tells me that I can't? That's a good question. And that's usually just me saying something I can't do.
Why would you listen to them anyway?
Yeah. Well, I think, unfortunately, sometimes we get good at listening to those little negative people called us, right? That tell us that.
The paradigm shift. Stop listening to negative people. Stop hanging around negative people. So you just got to tune into something better. Yeah. To your better self. Yeah. And there's no limitations there. There's no no's. Right. I don't know who is the hearts. They're with it. I think I don't know if it's me or you. You're kind of you're dark. You're kind of darkness. Like you look like you're in the dark. I don't know if your light went off or you were fine, but it went off. I don't know what it is. Great. I made it. Yes, you made it. Hi. You made it. You are here. You have made it. And we are happy that you're here. This is the Taryn Lamb Show, season number 8, episode number 13. I have Miss Tawana talking about her mess. We have to be careful what we feed our mind and bodies. Yep. That's so true. Because we will feed ourselves the we can't make it part. You know, who tells us that we can't? Yeah, pretty much just us. So we'll feed ourselves that so many times. I literally, from a standpoint of, you know, what we take in as far as fuel and eating to what we take in as far as our mind. You got this, Lady T. Thank you for sharing. I know, right?
I mean, I just think I love the mess love the mess. I love the who tells us, who tells us that we can't. And I love the analogy about the car, and we have all these buttons in it and we just have to push them. It's almost like flipping over the deck of cards, too. It's like flipping over what's next. And we are proud of you. We're proud of you for sharing. We're proud of you for taking the time to share. I know I always tell people I do try to remain respectful of people's time. So we started at around 7:30. We're going to get out of here in just a second. We had a little technical difficulty, so I at least got one minute over. I can go. I think I feel okay integrity wise with going 1 minute over because we started a little 1 minute late.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, and this will be our final question, if you listen to the prior shows, and if you've been listening to the prior shows, or if our guest is listening on the prior shows, you guys know I'm like the cat lady. I actually have on a shirt today about cats. And so it says, about curiosity in the cats. So Tawana, last question. What are you curious about?
Oh, I am curious. Where am I headed? What does that look like?
Oh.
That's what I'm curious about.
Say it one more time. It broke up.
You know what? That was a call that I have set to call my mom at 6 p.m. every Tuesday.
Okay.
So after
We're about to get you off here. Call mom.
But what I'm curious about is my next level. Just where am I headed, and where am I going to be? I'm excited that I'm in my car, that I'm pressing all my buttons. So just seeing what my next level looks like. That's what I'm curious about.
Well, that's a good one. Like your next level, right? So proud of you, Tawana. You are amazing. We're going to have you back. I know you guys, I've been doing, my goal, when I first started the show was every Tuesday. I had to take a moment from that. My schedule's gotten so busy and out of control. So we're going to do pop-up shows now. So Tawana is on my list of guests now. So she will be back. I love to hear where her mess and unmess is leading her. So we're going to do definitely another second one with Tawana and I when we both have good Wi-Fi, obviously, or something. You are going to the stratosphere. I am here for it. We are all here for it. Please make sure you guys are following on IG. Follow both of us on IG. I want you to connect with Tawana and just see her journey as she goes through her mess and takes us on the journey getting out of our own mess and way. Because, and I'm going to leave you guys with this, who tells us that we can't?
Exactly.
Be good to yourself and each other. Until next time, Tawana, thank you so much. And I will give you a buzz in just a second. Be good to yourself and each other. This is the Karen Lamb Show. Thank you. Bye-bye.